To those who still have hope, surely the strength comes. That something failed yesterday does not mean it will not succeed today. We all want to live the life of our dreams. And believe me, if it was that easy, everybody would live a life of their dreams. Unfortunately, life doesn't work that way. Rather, life places us in three categories of people. Three categories. The first category are those who just live life, living life without a plan, without a vision. They have a wishful thinking of living a life of their dreams, but they don't even have an idea what that dream looks like. They just hope it's just going to come and find them. Then you have the second category of those who actually start out on the path of where they want to be, on the path of their life's dream. Then adversity derails them, and what happens? They give up, they give in, they settle, they stay in a rut, and they just think I'm giving it my best, it's never going to happen for me. And then you have the third category, those who hold on with so much tenacity, even when the hope is looking so slim and impossible, they still hold on. And they still keep telling themselves, I can. Becomes a mantra they wake up with. I can. Even in the face of difficulties, they pick themselves up and I still continue going. And you know what? For this third category of people, at some point in time, when they keep on pushing with all they have, it becomes difficult to stop. And then what happens is they break through. They break through, adversity shifts. And then adversity is never ever going to go away completely. It's always going to show up in one form or the other. And so if you have to give up hope over every little adversity that comes your way, then my friend, that is not living. That is not living at all. Hi, how are you doing today? This is once again Jacqueline's Corner, where we share our thoughts, our tips, and our tools to empower you to reach for your greatness, to live in your own possibilities, and to be the best version of you that you can be. In my language, in my place, there's a saying we have that the hope that is to be fulfilled will never kill you. The hunger that will be fulfilled will never kill you. When you know that you're working for something, you never tire. Even when you might be weak, but somehow you get that strength. You get that strength from nowhere when you hold on to hope. People tend to think that hope is an elusive thing. Hope is not elusive. Hope is very actionable. Hope is very possible. And we are ruled these days by our emotions, by feelings, instant feelings. And we let our feelings take control, be in charge. We give our feelings so much power because we live in a world where we expect instant success, a microwave kind of life. Everything has to happen just the way we want it. And if it doesn't happen, then despair, then hopelessness, then sadness, then everybody wants to be a winner. The real truth is it takes a lot of hard work to be a winner. It's not just enough to want it. It's not just enough to wish it. There's got to be an action plan to get you from your want and your wish to where you want to be, to success. That ingredient, the secret sauce really is dedication, commitment, and hope. And hope. You can't let go of hope, or you can't wait for a hope to come and perch on your shoulders like a bird. You've got to find it. We always have hope. But the truth is, we also have to trigger it. We also have to activate our hope. Nobody is going to hand it over to you. Of course, there are times when trouble comes and you wonder, how am I ever going to dig myself out of this? And if you don't make an attempt to dig yourself out of that pit, you're just going to stay there in that pit. So what are the steps that you can take to trigger your hope? Remember when we were children, we had big dreams. We dreamt and built castles in the air. What happened to those dreams? What killed them? What killed them is what you call maturity, what you call being realistic, what you call being down to earth, having your feet planted well. You stop dreaming, you stop hoping, you just remain, you just go by the same process over and over again. There's no more joy in the process of living because you just go through the chores, you know. And unfortunately, after a while, your dreams still remain banked in you, and it leads to frustration because you're not really living your purpose. You're not doing that which you want to do, that which you have aspired, because you have settled and you have given into the sense of hopelessness. There is always hope. There is always, always hope. And you can find it if you want. It's there in you. And sometimes, yes, we might have to reach out for external factors to help us. Definitely. We're not an island. We look to others for inspiration. And these are my steps. There are some times when I am feeling listless, when I'm like, oh my God, where am I going? What is going to happen? What do I do? First and foremost, I have to reassess my situation, reassess myself, and be as honest to yourself as possible, as honest as possible to your circumstances. You can't lie to yourself. When you lie to yourself about your true situation, it matters worse. So you've got to assess your situation first and foremost, and be, as clear as possible. Then what are those dreams, those feasible dreams of yours that you can reach for, but you just need that extra push to help you? Write them down and look for a clear path. A clear path of action doesn't mean you're just going to go from here, from 0 to 100. You probably have to go from 0 to 1 to 1.5, and back to 1 again, and then like that. But have a clear path of action and start acting. Quit the procrastination. When you make a decision, stick to your decision. Try and stick to your decision. Of course, naturally, things will come to derail you. But when you know where you are going and you have that goal to get there, it's a driver, it's a motivator. And look for others who have found solutions, who can inspire you, who can uplift you. Read stories that are uplifting, listen to music that stirs your soul, and find solitude. Silence is not a negative thing. You actually re-energize yourself in solitude. Be happy being by yourself. Find solitude to reflect on what you want and how you can realistically get there. And set yourself bite-sized goals. Don't set a humongous goal to achieve that is already you're setting up yourself for failure. Set bite-sized steps and keep repeating, doing it and adding more actions. After a while you start seeing it and your hope gets buoyed. When you associate with the right kind of people, also this helps you. And yes, I keep on saying it, avoid those dream catchers, those dream killers, those who tell you that it is not possible. Avoid them like plague. And sometimes, unfortunately, amongst the people who tell you these things is yourself rather. You find yourself in the list of those who are in your own way by the doubts, by the kind of thoughts, negative thought pattern. So you've got to start working on that thought pattern of yours and remain optimistic. There really is power in positive thinking. It can never be undermined. Well, I keep saying that when we don't have something to hope for, then what are we living for? Hope is that thing that helps you to get up and go day by day by day. It is not intangible. It is not the magician's wand. It is doable. It is within you. You can do it. Don't ever say it's all hopeless. Nothing is hopeless. No situation is hopeless. Your adversity actually purifies you and makes you better. You learn from your lessons. When you are searching for hope, look back at your past experience and take the lessons that you learned from your past experience and apply to your present. And by all means, pray about these things. Follow your gut feeling. Pray about them. Your prayer is like allows your spirit man, the divinity, to advise you, to talk to you. Learn to avoid those distractions. Learn as much as possible to focus on the important things and leave the trivial things that become noise, that distract you from having that time for your spirit man to nourish your soul, having that time to seek inspiration from nature, from within. And these days we have a whole lot of them, a whole lot of entertainment. We're living an entertainment-inspired generation. You wake up with your gadgets and you see the people flashing their shiny teeth that are probably not even theirs. And you wonder, oh, my life sucks. And you fill yourself with all these thoughts that don't help you. You leave your home with negative vibes. How on earth do you expect that when you leave that your solitude, that your space, that your sanctuary with such negative vibes, that you expect that the rest of the day is probably going to go well? It's not. You've got to create an island of sanctuary within your own self and keep buoying your hope. It is always there. Never give up, never give in. Just keep preaching, because truly, to those who have hope, the strength will always come. Thank you once again for listening to me today. It's always a pleasure having this chat with you, and I always love the feedback I get from people. It keeps me going. It keeps me going, knowing that we share something, and knowing that there are those who are like me out there who are aspiring to do great things, who are aspiring to their greatness. Well, I've already given you your assignment to write those 10 things that you dream of that are yet to materialize, and what do you think your clear path to this vision is? Now, go ahead and have a blessed week. Be the best you that you can be, and please do give us a thumbs up, and of course share and subscribe to this messages. Thank you. Take care. Bye.